Morning all, welcome back to the channel. LEDs. Now, if you grow up in an electronics world, light emitting diodes. But for the most of us, they're just lights. They're a modern, very efficient light. Obviously you get them in your house now, lots of cars have them in there all over the place. Highly efficient, don't use much power, and they last a lot longer than bulbs. So what are we going to do with them? Nothing in the external at the moment, so we've already done that with things like indicators, but what we're going to do is change the color of the internal dashboard. Nothing, we're not going to do the internal lights, we're just going to do the internal dashboard. So a number of people do this. You can get, I think one company I know of, chameleon LED. You know, they actually will pre-print covers as well, but they'll do LEDs for you as well. I think they do the units. They don't think they sell you the LEDs. But we're going to take these apart. We'll show you what we've done to change the lights. The lights currently are orange. I bought an Alpine aftermarket head unit, and I've gone blue on that, and I'm going to go blue with the LEDs on here, purely just for the lighting, not for the indicator lights. They're going to stay the same color. So we're going to pull apart the switch bank first and the AC. So we'll pull those out. If these videos get quite long, I might split them up into 2 or 3 because I'll try and show you as much detail as possible. It's been a while since I've done soldering this, soldering work this fine, so it might take me a little bit to get going and get the right thing. So if you are a bit of an electronics person, you have lots of great tools, then I'm sure you do a far better job than I'm going to do. But I'm going to give it a go and see how we get on. Right. So let's jump straight into it. I'm going to take the switch pack and the AC conditioning unit out first, and we'll get that done and then see how we go. Then after that we'll jump in and we'll do the rev counter. Right, to undo these T20 Torx, there's a couple of screws here on either side for the switch bank, and then there's another 1, 2 here that will release the air conditioning. The higher ones are up for the stereo. So we're going to pull out this one. Right, so I've realised, so I've actually popped this one off. So once you've undone these screws, there's a little clip on the top. If you pop that in, that arm should there you go. See, this arm's pop back, and as you pull that back, that plug will come out. Right, so that's that out. See, now the air conditioning has a couple of clips on the side here. I'm just going to pop those in, and that's going to hopefully drop out of the way. Now I'm just not quite sure how that'll go with the stereo. Let's see if we can try and twist that out. Right. I'll do it. Right, that was a fun challenge to get out. I had to twist it sort of sideways and get that out, but as you can see, this plug looks pretty much the same. There's a clip on the top here. If we pop that in, he says that other bit should come down, sure enough, and then that can pop out. Right, let's pop that inside and see how we get on. Change the lights on this. Okay, so we've got the the switch module out of the car, and we're going to take it apart to see if we can swap the LEDs on this. So having a quick look, there seems to be a backing piece which has got some little clips in there, and yeah, some more on the back here. So we could either go through that way, or, sorry, just trying to see if that was that's light in there, don't know. There's some hooks there and some clips on there which pull the front off, so that looks a little bit easier to get to. And obviously the lights we want to get to should be in behind here, because it's this is what lights up in and around there. So let's see if we can pop that. Just got a flat blade screwdriver. Luckily here we've got something to pull against, so put a little bit of tension on it, so that because we don't want to push too high on these clips, so we want to know if we can put a bit of tension in them on it, then we know when it's going to pop, so we don't have to push it too high up. So yeah, but not too much tension, because I, again, don't want to be pulling on it. There we go, that's popped. See if we can get some tension on the next one. That one's popped pretty easy. With any luck, this one should also. Again, you want to keep a little bit of tension because you don't want the other ones to pop back in place. Right, that's popped out pretty easy. So let's then come out the other side as well. Pop that out. Right, what have we got? Okay, so we really don't see anything here. We can see that the LED, well, you might be able to not see them, but I can see the LEDs are sitting in there. So it looks like we actually have to take the back off. So taking the front off hasn't helped us at all. Right, okay, that's going to be a fun challenge. So let's see. So we're going to push on these clips here. I don't know how easy this is going to be. Sometimes it's easy enough to get a little bit of tension underneath here. I probably need a different screwdriver, or a smaller one. See what it's like that side. This side looks a bit cleaner. So as we can see, this is obviously being held in by that piece of plastic. So we'll try and push that back if we can. Push it back in behind there and push it up. Okay, that's popped one. I'm hoping that if we can, pop one all the way out, then we won't have to worry about the other side. Should just come out. The other option is to maybe, if we can get in from here. Oh yeah, that was a little bit easier. Get in from the other side. Okay, that was a lot easier. Right, that's popped that side. Just want to be careful because I don't know. Well, obviously there's some springs in here. Let's come around the other side. So be careful we don't lose anything here. Hold it up. Be careful. Right. Okay, so there's actually no springs. There's just those rockers. Very interesting. So they're obviously sitting on these sponge pads here. Click, 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 click. Okay, what we can see here, these are the lights that light up the whole thing, and there's the lights here that go through for your, not that bit, your fog lights. So we've got two fog lights there, front and rear. I think this one should be a green one, this one's a red one. Well, we're not going to change those. It's not what we're after. We are after changing these. So the next question is, now we've got the other LEDs I've got, the right style. They look very similar. Let me turn it around. So these are orange, and what we've bought are some blue ones, because that's the theme I'm after. So they look pretty much identical, don't they? So now the big challenge is making sure you get them around the right way. I'm sure a lot of you know that LEDs are polarized, so you have to do, there's a positive and a negative, right? So now I just need to work out how these pop out of here as well. There's like a little cover, little thin cover. These come in multiple colors, so just look up what you want, and I bought I can't remember. I sort of did a rough count and then just added a few more. They're so cheap. Right, so we can see, see if I don't lose it. Now the big one's going to be working out. So we can see we've got a terminal on one edge and then on the other edge. We've just got to now work out which one's positive and which one's negative. So that is, I don't know if you can see it. I'm just running. There seems to be like a little edge bit in the plastic just there where the screwdriver's sitting. The same on the other side? No, it's just on that one there. So we do have that little slot there. Oh, actually looking at these, perfect news, they have a little slot on that top corner there. So good, we know which way around to put them. So now I need to get my little soldering iron. I have one. Right, I'll try and put somewhere where you'll see this. So I've got my trusty tweezers. Right, sorry about that. I was just spilling and making a mess. Right, so let's see how hot we are. Get a bit warmed up, that's good. So I have got a solder sucker just in case I need it, but I'm just going to try and heat that up. Let's try and put a bit of extra solder on it. Come on, heat up. See if we can get underneath it, lift it. I don't want to leave heat on it for too long because you can cause damage. That's lifted up. Again, don't want to just rip it off either because then that can cause other problems. As you can see, very fine soldering iron, or else it's just not going to get in there. Come on. I'm always so worried about leaving it on too long and then damaging the board. Right, we're going to try. That's all right. So hopefully when we heat this one up a little bit, it should, hopefully, he said, just fall off. He says, there it goes. Right, we can just clean those up a little bit. So right, now the fun challenge is going to be putting one back on. So what we can do to start with, what we can try and do, is actually heat up both. Just put it on. No, didn't work. This is going to be a fun game, isn't it? Is that held? Yep, it's held. So now, sitting a bit up in the air though, I think. So look around the other side. Doesn't look quite as straight as I'd like it. We're just going to, what I might do is I might just flatten that, see if I can. Let me get another tool, wait a sec. Here we go. Plastic tool, we're just going to hold it down. Try and heat that up again, and just there, set that down. Good stuff. That's a bit better. Now we're just going to drop a little bit of, come on. Right. Side's not perfectly clean. Let's just give it a quick. That's right. Okay. Not perfect. As you can see, typically flux would help clean up some mess like that, but that's one, and we've got it round the right way. Okay, right, now we could, how do we test this? We go and just plug this in the car like this, I think. Or do we just put it all back together? It wasn't too difficult to take apart, so let's try putting it back together. Get those little feet holding that in place. So obviously we want to put this back in this way because we don't want any of these bits. Where are they? Where's the plate here? The switch bank. So with the switch bank, while it may not be springs, these white pieces here will just slide out and fall out. So they go all over the place. How do I ask me how I know that? Right, so we know which way they go round. So here's the LEDs. So this is going to flick over this way, come in down like this. Just click back together nice and easily. So we should get very good. And this bit here, actually, while it's out, get into. I don't know why I'm bothering with this. It'll be dirty again in half a minute back inside the car, but I need a brush, isn't it, really? Anyway, that's that. And then the lights are at the top, so at the top. So this, yep, that looks right because the clips are different, right? So we're going to hook the bottom in, the bottom bit in first. You get those tabs to come in. That's it. And then these clips should just pop on over the top. Look at that. Right, let's go and plug it in the car and see if I've made a mess of it. And there it pops. Right, let's just pop that in there. Right, keys in the car. Let's see what we get, if anything. Okay, just turn the light off. Look at that. Blue LEDs. Fantastic. Not too bad at the end of the day. They all work. I got them around the right way. See you next time.